excited for today. Ken, would you please introduce your partner in crime to your right there?
I guess the Lone Ranger has Tonto, Batman has Robin, and the Green Hornet has Kato, right? Patrick Nash, my assistant. He's our social media. He does all the dealer specialties work for us. And in the afternoons, we go out and we do our thing. We shoot 10 to 12 clips a week is what we do. And they're very, very effective. But I have to have somebody help me, and having somebody hold the camera. And so there it is. There it is.
Now, how many of you have seen a video of Ken Beam before? How many? Okay, see, there's the infamous Ken Beam is in the room. And he normally doesn't come out to conferences. So.
Where is she? No, where's that young lady that called me infamous?
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, very nice.
So if you haven't seen Ken, these are some of the iterations of Ken, and the center one with the hat is just, that is a true classic. So let's just go a few things. If you like some of the things we're talking about, please use Twitter today and Ken, your Twitter tag is just Ken Beam, right?
Yes.
Great, okay. And Patrick, what's your Twitter handle? Patrick Nash, all spelled out. Great, super. And if you still are having problems, I was able on my laptop to get this Wi-Fi setting, so that was the password just in case. My Twitter handle, Automotive SEO, and please let's connect on LinkedIn and Facebook this week, and we'll stay connected with a lot of great things. You've seen this chart. It's really in this zero moment and first moment that video marketing is extremely effective. And before we jump into specifically what Ken has really innovated at his dealership, I want to talk about some stats as well. So obviously we hear a lot about the power of video. So for people who are not really using video, can you just give us some feedback up here? What's been the stumbling blocks of really getting a video marketing strategy done at your dealership? Go ahead.
Just finding someone who's a partner with me is my biggest.
Okay.
Yeah, finding someone to help.
Okay.
For me, I'm coming into where my predecessor was really heavy on video and social, so the transition into video has been difficult for me.
Okay. Anyone else? Go ahead.
I'm the only one at my place. I'm doing all the pictures, doing all the photo shoots, doing all this stuff for the website. So I have to get all my pictures and everything out first, and then when I can do my video after, I can do it. And we're starting to implement it now that we have a staging area, and I've got Nature's Mercy to take all my photos and everything like that. Like now I can probably have more time to do my walk arounds and try to just get that out there.
You know what I used to do early on, not to cut you off, Mike.
No, this is...
Early on, before Patrick came along, what I would do is do all the website work, all the e-blasts, all that stuff I do behind the scenes. But I would take a salesperson and I'd say, like, hey, Ronnie, tell you what, go out and let me shoot 2 or 3 clips. Will ya? Let me shoot 2 or 3 clips. And then I would, in my way of rewarding him, if you will, I would make Craigslist ads. And rather than say call a dealership, it was called Ronnie Diaz, right? And he loved it. Did we do a lot of them? No, a handful of them, but if I needed to go out and shoot a couple of clips.
But I'm going to show you some things that we're testing in a few dealerships is really creating the entire sales team as a video messaging process. And I think that once you start getting the dealership really engaged, then getting help or creativity. And I'll share some of my experiences just recently last week in Montana with some people that were almost having a nervous breakdown that I said we were filming everyone, and the GM says, well, you're either on the team or walk out and put in your pink slip, resignation. Everyone's doing a video, and there's a few people literally had a nervous breakdown. Why is video important? For the first time, dealership websites are the most influential resource in helping consumers choose which dealership to purchase a car from. Of course, search engines, vehicle evaluation sites, blogs, forums, professional review sites, regional dealer sites. But 7 out of the top 10 today are digital. And with the changing of mobile, video is really, really important. A couple other stats. People are doing a whole lot of things on their mobile device, and these color bars are people who go in the market with one brand in mind is green, people who go with 2 to 3 brands in mind are red, and people who go into the market with 4+ brands are blue. And the majority, about 52% of people 18 to 35, go into the marketplace with 4 brands in mind. So it's really important for us to understand, when you see the beauty of what Ken has done, is that if people are less brand loyal, would you agree that at the dealership level we have to be better educators? We can't leave it up to the OEM to educate the consumer why this particular vehicle at your lot is the right car. Do we agree? And are consumers really interested in reading a 4 or 5 page technical paper on all the technical merits of a car? And could they read a 4 or 5 page paper on their mobile phone? But could they listen to a 3 or 4 or 5 minute video on their mobile phone? This was the most interesting about how important online video was for the less brand loyal. 57% of the people who went into the market with 4 more brands in mind visited a dealership as a result of a video. And I will tell you, when we go through not just the vehicle presentation videos or custom vehicle inquiry videos, but I think video is as part of our CRM process, really will get people into the dealership. That's just quickly things. 52% of car shoppers find online video ads the most useful ad in their shopping process. And the reason why I'm so excited about Ken being here is that my wife Denise was going around the market trying to figure a car. Now, Ken's store is 1 hour north. There's a VW store 5 minutes from our house. 5 minutes. And the people there were okay, but didn't endear her. And she was deciding, and Ken sent, I posted something on Facebook, said, by the way, Denise is thinking about a VW Passat, right?
So you can sell cars on Facebook. That really did happen.
Yeah, and Ken said, now Ken's an hour away. He's not thinking of buying a car from me. He said, oh, by the way, take a look at this video. And I forwarded it to Denise, and it was a 5 minute video. And after done the video, she says, I'm buying the Passat, and I'd like to buy it from Douglas. So we drove an hour up. It was probably the fastest car buying experience, but I'm sure he made that way because, you know, I'm kind of in industry, and if it was really horrible, I would have blogged about it, but it was really smooth. But it was the video that really cleared, and it was interesting. It was the trunk space and the back seat space, which Ken highlighted really well, because my son's kind of tall, and his friends are really tall, and, you know, that was important to her. Another thing to keep in mind why video is important, in the evening, a lot of tablet devices kick up. Do any of you use your iPad at night when you're watching TV? And you're kind of catching up on shit, you know, emails. That's that kind of device that really works to grab someone's attention. So keep that in mind. The other thing is, on average, 20% of your traffic is mobile. It was very interesting when I was in Billings, Montana. It was over 30%. And I couldn't figure out why, and then someone said, well, some of these people skipped over owning a desktop because they, in the weeds outside of Billings, you know, in the mountains or whatever, they have like satellite internet, not like direct, and they really came into the market later and just buying their first iPad. I mean, they're using their cell phone, which has a faster 4G speed than they're even home in the weeds. So over 30%. With that in mind, Google said that by the end of this year, 40% of all searches or inquiries done for car buying, not traffic to your website directly, will be 40%. And again, if you don't believe on that small screen how powerful a video can be to get your message across, well, I think you're missing the boat, because most of your websites look really horrible on mobile device. Just be very clear. Even the best mobile website can't hold a candle to some of the video presentations we'll see. Feel free to stop us. We have an hour, but you know, we can go a few minutes over if we have to, but there's a lot of cool things to see, and Ken has a whole library of stuff. So if you said, hey, Ken, have you ever done this, or if you ever had a problem, you just ask, you know, what equipment to have. And before we even go through that, I want Ken to just talk about his 5 essentials. Before we talk any about in the weeds, what is the core principles that made him so successful at Douglas, VW, and Infiniti?
Well, if you can see there, I don't know if you can read this or not. I hope you can. We believe enthusiasm is like the key, really key component. You know, if you're going to stand in front of a car, if you're going to have somebody stand in front of the car and to work with you, and they're going to walk around sort of stagnant or flat, and okay, there's a 2010 Jetta, you know, they're really boring, you don't have to slam the hood and pound on the hood and yell and scream, nothing like that. But being a little enthusiastic, you're really excited about that vehicle. You know, your customer will perceive that, obviously, whether they're sitting at home or in their office. And I think that's a very, very key component, obviously. And again, I always put this: the car's a star, but you know how you act in front of that camera is what creates that vibe, right? What you do, how you say things, that's what kind of creates it, and hopefully it will move that potential customer further along the sales funnel, right? So our dealer principal, for some reason, has Patrick every month make a spreadsheet in regards to the videos, how fast the videos got sold, and I have an argument with him all the time. I said, the guy in the video is not saying, sign here, and I'll send you the car. He's not selling the car. It's just a tool to hopefully enhance your buying process. You know, you go to a website, and you see the static images, which you all have, I have, right, and text, and then all of a sudden there's a little space here, there's a video. Well, I can watch a video on that new car. That's a little more intriguing, a little more compelling, and a little more like, wow, that's kind of interesting. Hopefully you'll present in a way that you'll be like, well, that's pretty effective. I'm fortunate enough to have Patrick working with me. Our dealer principal sees the value in what I've created over the past 7 years. He allows this, and some people say, oh, wow, you let me make videos? I go, yeah, they let me make videos. There's a lot of work to making those videos. They're not just, and there's nothing wrong with this. But I'm not walking around with a camera talking about the car and everything like that. You know, it's a little more involved. I'm trying to make it a little more of a presentation, you know, in regards to what the car is, new or used, from that perspective. And the element, you know, stay in your element. Be yourself. Don't try to be someone that you're not, and do something that's not again in your element. Brian, if you could show them that one clip, I'll show them that. You can show that clip right now.
Yes.
This is one. Which one I'm referring to? It says
Yes.
Dan on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is a young man who's at our dealership, and he wanted to make videos. You know, well, he wanted to be like somebody, and you'll see what happened.
Okay.
It's not very long.
Review.
It's up top.
Dan jumping.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. So Pat shot him doing this.
Hey, Hudson County, where can you go for a great deal on Volkswagen? We don't have a Volkswagen dealer in Hudson County, so do what I do every day and make the short rock tap from down.
So he's got the glasses and the black jacket and all that stuff, but he tried to jump and he almost broke his neck. But and I don't really stand on the roof of the car when I do that. When Pat showed me, he goes, he's on the roof of the car. I go, get him off the goddamn roof of the car. You know, it's just, get on the roof of the car. He goes, Ken does that. I go, Ken doesn't do that, you know. But
Dan works with Kenny. He's like, I want to do it like Kenny. I want to do a video. I'm like, oh, you know, like see a train wreck coming.
you know, so again, that's what we're talking about. So engage, number 3. You know, you want to talk to the customer or the client. I'd be like you're really there. Like you're talking about the car. You're in the showroom. Again, be relaxed, be yourself, and talk about, you know, things that they want to hear about the car. If you're actually selling the car. I mean, I don't sell cars anymore, but I'm still trying to give you that presentation in that clip that I know what I'm talking about. And do I know every single one of these cars? No, I don't know. I really don't. I try to make it look like I do, make it sound like I do, but I definitely don't know a lot about it.
It sounds like you really know.
Well, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't?
Yeah. No, it sounds like you really do.
know.
Like, how does Ken know all this shit? Like, you know, it's like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And I guess that's where you're coming, Ken, using examples that really highlight your knowledge and the features of the car.
Yeah, well, in regards to, we'll go back to engage for a second. Somebody asked me, do I wear a mic? And I never wore a mic. So I'm always, when I'm talking in the video, if you watch me, I'm always facing towards it. You know, say we're in 2010, blah, 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 blah. Pat starts panning the car in the first clip. And if you watch me closely, I'm walking towards Pat and the camera. He's panning that car, and I'm walking so you can hear me. And I'm facing the car, and he's coming back, so I see him coming, I'm walking back. On our website, now let's review this one, right? So then that's how that works. You're trying to see in front of the camera without using a mic. So from an equipment perspective, I keep it very simplistic. You don't need a $5,000 or $10,000 camera. You don't need a $1,000 camera. You don't need anything like that, right? But what matters is how you use that camera and who's in front of it, you know, what they're going to show you in that perspective. So from an example perspective, when we're talking about examples, saying show something of the usage of the vehicle. I try on certain vehicles to show something and say it in a way that maybe a salesperson wouldn't. So if that person's sitting at home and they're watching that video, saying, oh, it kind of hits the spot. I wasn't thinking about that. You know? So I use the Infiniti QX56, for example. Everybody wants captain's chairs in the second row, just for example, not bored all this, right? They all want captain's chairs so they can get to have access to their kids. Well, this one had a bench seat. So I always say it has a highly desirable captain's chairs. When there's captain's chairs there, well, as a bench seat, that's the full seat, right? So I say, this has a highly desirable bench seat. Well, you better give them a reason why that's desirable. Now, the salesperson may or may not convey that message, right? But I try showing a way that makes sense. And the first time we did that, Pat said, that's pretty cool. He goes, I would have thought of doing that. I said, well, it's just trying to convey that I'm trying to emphasize what I have and the usage for it. I don't know if you can skip ahead of that or not, Brian, but that's on the QX56. You can see what I'm referring to.
You're impressed with this vehicle. Okay, let's check out the second row of this QX56. First thing I want to tell you is second row seats are very comfortable, very supportive on your lower back. Plenty of legroom, plenty of headroom. Check out this beautiful graphite leather in the second row seats. Immaculate. No rips, no tears, no wear marks, right? Also, your second row seats are heated for your passengers. Nice feature. Okay. Now, we also have a rear entertainment DVD system for the kids, right here. Our temperature controls are right here. Okay. And speaking of DVD, we have 3 headphones. 1, 2, 3, right? Very nice. We also have...
So you get the idea, getting in that back seat, sitting in it, showing the spaciousness of it. What's implied? 3 headphones, 3 people in the back seat?
You have kids, so you want, do I have a DVD? Does I have a DVD? Or 3 headphones? I have 3 kids. No, you should let Brian, when the seat comes next.
Okay, here we go.
That's when he was talking about the seat.
Okay, hold on.
Remote back here, and you load your DVDs
Here's like there's a high desirable bench.
Very nice and very simple to use.
Right here.
Okay, let me just connect to my phone here a second, because this we're gonna go nuts if.
So, are there any questions?
Do you script your videos, or do you just go with the flow?
Tell them, Pat.
Go with the flow, off the cuff. A lot of people don't believe that, but there's no cue cards, no real talking beforehand. I'll gather some research on the vehicle, to look at the notes, the basic specs of the car, and I'll turn it on, and what you see. It's not always the first take.
No, it's not the first take. No, it's not. It's not always first take, but I can't.
Now, this QX56, as you can see, has the highly desirable second row bench seats. The reason it's highly desirable is quite simple. Let's face it, you're in a neighborhood, the kids are going to field hockey practice, soccer practice, baseball practice, whatever it is, right? What do you need? You need more seats, right? Perfect. Compared to captain's chairs, you lose this middle row seat. What's the nice thing you can do with the middle row is...
right there, right? We're talking
using
about,
it, put up like this.
It's important to listen to that.
Simply fold this down, okay? Creating the captain's chair scenario, right? Kids can jump in the back. You have easy access to the kids by doing this. They're sitting in the third row, right? But... speaking of kids, they want to jump in the back, right? Put his handle right here. Very easy. Folds forward. Kids jump right in the back, right? Again, you left this seat down, like so. Easy access to them. Now let's check out the hatchet QX56. It's absolutely enormous back here. There's a key fob.
That's awesome. Love that. All right.
Such examples. Go ahead, Pat.
So, no, we don't script it, but there is a method to the madness. You can see some of the examples that I'm giving.
Are most of your videos generally one take, or do you kind of splice?
They're all one take. Yes. No. No, absolutely not. No, they're not. And I guess if I eat something right or eat my breakfast or something, I get lucky and we do it pretty quick. But sometimes I have a rough day. Sometimes it's a little tough, you know. And you know, there's sequences each one. You could sit there with a camera and have a person just follow you around the whole vehicle, obviously, right? But I try making it a little bit more moving along. So it's a 5-minute video. You think, it's kind of long. But it is and it's not. Because you see me in a clip here, go, let's check this out. Bang, it turns into something else. So you kind of move along. It moves, right?
It's a video within a video.
More or less, right. So there's 4 or 5 clips. I'm just putting them together. Do you need to edit it, have the music and the flash and all that? You don't need to do that. You really, really don't. You can have Movie Maker shoot your 5 clips. Did you see those 5 different clips? I'm outside, I'm inside, I'm showing the second row seat, I'm showing the hatchback, and then the ending. You can have those all in Movie Maker, one right after the other. There's your videos. You're all done. Right? Very, very simple.
Is there a set flow that you go by, speaking about that, as far as how you do walk around in the inside, back seat?
Yeah, there is. That's a good question. There is, and it depends on the weather.
Okay.
It really does, because that's a real good question. Because the one you see me doing there, that's what we typically do. I can do it quick, and we can move along, and I can go pretty fast along, right? Well, we do a thing at night, too, that Be Every Night's Under Lights thing. That was something we came up with, and we shoot it at night, and that's a little different, which you'll see that in a few moments. But if it's windy or rainy or a snowy day, there's absolutely no reason why you can't make a video. Now, I guess a professional videographer will say, oh, you can't do this in a windy day. You absolutely can. You absolutely can, and you'll see and hear how I do those if we have to shoot.
Or even in a woolly hat.
Well, that's the famous coyote hat. That coyote hat only comes down in the winter time, and yeah, that comes down in the winter. I've had it for a long time. And GM Yukon or Acadia a couple years ago, and a lady came in and bought it, and they had me go down to our Volkswagen stores where they were selling out of. They said, hey, come in the back door. She says, where's the guy with the hat? You know, and I came in behind her, and I had the hat on, the glasses and everything. I said, I understand you're looking for me. She turned around, she said, oh, you're the guy with the hat. Everything, but yeah, that's kind of a. But again, it's more or less about being yourself. You don't have to do that kind of stuff. That's what I do. I like doing it. But
enlightenment, basically, maybe they go in, they speak to a salesperson in the dealership, and there's a feature that either the salesperson gets to talk about that's kind of unique, or something they just weren't aware of, or didn't capture their attention, and you mention it to them. And like, oh wow, it does that.
it's the VW night, so you can see this one at night we do, or whatever. You'll have to see the crickets and everything. I guess I'm hear the crickets. Let them watch that in full. It's like a 3-minute video, right? So this is what we do at night. The VW Nights Under Lights, Douglas. And I think all the younger crowd likes that. They see the old guy jump off the car, you know, I think he's really cool, you know. I don't know about that. But there's something I'm going to show you what we're referring to in lightning.
Awesome deal on this 2009 36,200 miles automatic. When you say awesome first car, and what a cool color. It's called Harvest Moon, right? On our website, be sure to check the Carfax report. Find a free Carfax report.
So there's your first sequence right here.
Cool one. You know the drill. Let's review this one. Come on.
And now I'm inside. There's your second
here I'm
clip.
inside this awesome Beetle. Let's check it out. First thing, I gotta tell you, the first thing you'll appreciate seeing in this one, this is how clean it is. It's like brand new in here. I mean, you won't believe it's a 2009. It's gorgeous.
Hey, but you're home. You want to know that.
Check out these gorgeous beige leatherette seats. That's right, said leatherette. It's not actual leather. You cannot tell by touch. It's that similar in feel. Actually, over time, the leatherette will wear better than leather. Try saying that as a tongue twister than actual genuine leather. Right? So we have a 6-speed shiftable sport automatic transmission. You put in drive. You feel like shifting the Beetle. Throw it to the right, you can shift it on the fly, minus a clutch. Pretty cool, right? Dual front heated seats. ESP is our electronic stability program. Enhance our traction, intimate driving conditions. Temperature controls. Check out these really cool red and blue illuminated dials, right? Awesome looking here. You have AM/FM CD player with MP3 capabilities. Now I have a telescopic wheel, right? Now I'm lower 6 feet tall. Pretty long legs, you know? Plenty of leg room. Plenty of headroom, even with this awesome moonroof.
Brian, I want to show you.
Now, you gotta look under the hood. Under the hood is awesome Beetle.
Little trick we're referring to
20 valve, inline, 2.5-liter, 5-cylinder engine, right? That pumps out 150 horsepower and 170 pound-feet of German engineered torque. Listen, in front-wheel drive, they're absolutely phenomenal, especially in the snow.
So,
your Beetle, right?
Pause that, Brian, right there.
Before you're going to work.
And move it back just a little bit. So in this is what I'm talking about and referring to, like enlightening a customer. There's a feature that, I don't know, maybe too many Volkswagen salespeople at our dealership will show a customer this. I don't know who does this, actually. But a little trick with the windows, little things like this, something to make you think, wow, that's pretty impressive. And I sold cars for 25 years. And back in the 90s, I remember I was at a Volkswagen trip, and this gentleman came in with his wife, and they were kind of uppity, and it was a summer night. And I showed him a trick with the Passat. They weren't real friendly to me and everything. I was showing him the trick with the keys. It was hot, you know. I pulled this Passat from a test drive, and I did a trick with the keys, but I'm going to show you here. And it kind of broke the ice, you know. I never forgot that. It broke the ice. The guy goes, "Oh, my Mercedes doesn't even do that," you know, and you really like that, you know, and that kind of broke the ice. But that's what I'm kind of show you right here, you know, something simple like this.
We're going to work. I left the windows open and the roof's open. No worries. Take the key, right? Check this out. Lock it and hold it. The windows will go up and the roof will close. Pretty cool, right? Now, same token, you're coming from school, you're coming from work, it's been like 100 degrees outside, it's 100 degrees in your Beetle. Use the key to let a little air in the car, open the windows, a little air in the car before you jump in. Hold it in unlock position, and both windows will kick down. That's cool. Once again, thank you for joining us on another episode of VW Nights under the lights at Douglas. Now, when you come in and say I'm your sales consultant to check out this awesome 2009 Beetle Coupe, be sure to mention that you saw the VW Nights video, and it'll take $100 off the price. Nothing wrong with that, right? Let's recap this one. You have a beautiful 2009 Beetle Coupe that is 36,200 miles, right? It says automatic.
So at the end, I'm recapping again the mileage and all that.
Tell mom and dad to Google 2009 Beetle safety ratings and then bring them down to Douglas and check this one out, right? So you have an awesome car that has a very stylish exterior along with a very cool interior combined with the handling and performance of a Volkswagen, all which lead to an extraordinary driving experience. And speaking of experience, after being in business in the Summit since 1965, we cordially invite you to stop by experience the Douglas difference. Please give us a call, 908-277-3300. And be sure to visit us online at douglasvw.com. Thank you very much. Good night.
Lot of cool things. So let's jump in. Now that we've kind of teased in the kind of the potential here, let's jump into some specifics. Number one, because we're talking in general about video marketing, not just walk-arounds, it's all part of a picture. So you can start with the basic camera. You like JVC.
Yeah, the camera on the left is exactly it. That's JVC Elvira. That's all it is.
And this, I like the flexibility of having a video camera with an audio input jack, okay? So, for example, if you wanted to take your videos up one step further, which would include videos for branding your store, service, new, used, finance, and you wanted to do a little green screen and have something kind of cool, because iMovie by itself, just in its free version, can do the whole green screen editing. It's very simple to do. This particular model is in Best Buy right now. I just bought 2 of them in Montana. The key is audio input. As Ken said, you don't necessarily need to do wireless, but here's what I found. Sometimes the inside of a dealership, there's a lot of ambient noise, okay? And there's talk. When you put the lapel mic on, it pretty much all kills it. And again, Ken's being practical. If you only have 2 people and you don't have a big budget, 1 camera, fine. But you did hear the background noise, the cars going by, okay, all of that. So you can eliminate that if you said, hey, for me, in my mind, I want that out. But look at the cost. It's under $700. And that's really exciting. For post-production, I use iMovie myself. Our team, Ben, what do you use? You use Final Cut Pro, right? And
I'll
guys,
use Pinnacle, and I'll use Sony Vegas Pros. I'll use between the 2 I do.
right. And
There's a wealth of them out there.
yeah, it's just inexpensive. Like I said, iMovie with a Mac, you can do this well. I know Maury's team, we started working with them and we got on this video bandwagon, especially with the Mazda CX-5. What tools are they using for video production at Maury's?
It varies a little bit from store to store. Some of our stores have a dedicated video resource. Some have a kit just as you recommend there. Some are a little more advanced, with nicer cameras, and they use Final Cut and other lighting. But you can get by. You can do a fantastic job with the $700 kit.
Great. If you want to see some cool movies, well produced, just Google 2013 Mazda CX-5 Minneapolis. You'll see that video, I don't know, what did it have, like 50,000 views or
It's 70 plus
70,000 views. I showed them how to get out in front of new model launches using video SEO. So you should be recording videos on all 2014 models now and optimizing them in YouTube. And you say, well, Brian, they're not in stock. Great, you get a sheet over a 2013 and you say, I can't wait to unveil to local Miami residents the new 2014 Chevy Silverado. We're going to be the first in market to have it. Let me tell you what's coming with the 2014 Silverado. That video and other things, the whole videos, there was over almost 200,000 views on the Mazda CX-5, and they dominate any video search or organic search on that vehicle in their local market. Very cool stuff. Videos can be used in email, and Ken did a great video on this G37 convertible. Tell everyone a little bit how you're using video in email marketing.
Yeah, this is a real simple e-blast. It's nothing, obviously it's nothing fancy at all. And I do tend to make some very, very elaborate e-blasts from time to time, but this is nothing special. But the car was very special. This car came in last Monday. Like 11 a week ago, last Monday, and we got a cleaned up shot the next day, and I put it together, and sent this out, e-blast, about 16,000, 15,000 people, and there was 2 people fighting over it that night, right, as a result of video. So it's kind of, does it always work like that? Not always, but this was an interesting car, you know, so it just weren't doing that on occasion when it works out like this.
Who did you send it to?
Excuse me?
Who did you send it out to?
Our whole entire database in our CRM, we have Reynolds and Reynolds. Yeah, yeah. This is what they got. It's all was there. And
very
effective.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Douglas Infinity. I'm Ken Bean. Today we're going to have a gorgeous example of a 2011 Infinity G37 convertible. Perfect time of year for this one, folks. Now check it out. The color's called Pacific Sky. Right? It's gorgeous. This may very well be the lowest mileage 2011 Infinity G37 convertible in Pacific Sky on the entire internet. Are you ready? It only has 4,282 low original miles. Is that amazing? This one's hardly even broken in. You have to see it and drive this one to really appreciate it.
So it's a little tougher driving and talking, and then I got to time everything. It's a little.
It's a non-smoker's car, no strange odor, no smell. It's a beautiful G, which I really appreciate when I'm purchasing for a pre-owned vehicle. Nothing against smokers, I just don't like smoke.
I'd like that. I like that kind of honest, kind of.
A very powerful 3.7 liter, 24 valve dual cam V6 engine, produces very impressive.
You get the idea. Your videos can be very creative in what they offer, and I'm going to tell you when you. And a lot of these videos are on YouTube, so if you just go Google Ken Beam, you know, on YouTube, you'll see them. But how many of you are doing customized videos and pushing them out in email? Okay, 2 of you. Opportunities. I want to talk to you about video in the CRM before we loop back around this whole walk-around process. Elise Kephart, if you want to see some good examples of people that are doing video marketing in CRM, there's 2 methods. One, where you can put a webcam, and when leads come in, you create a quick video. And of course, if you're working on a laptop or something, you know, YouTube has the ability to record directly, you know, off your laptop. But the idea here is Elise responds to every lead she gets with a personal email that says, "Hey Brian, this is Elise Kephart, Sunset Honda. Thanks so much for submitting your vehicle, you know, inquiry on a 2013, you know, Honda Accord. That's a beautiful car, and I want you to know that that silver metallic that you were interested in, we have 3 of those in stock," and she goes through. We have this system working in some of our clients, and they love it. In other places, the dealer, because of corporate rules, are a little afraid of letting people freewheel on video. Now, they can freewheel on email templates, so it's a little bit of a double standard, but they're just a little freaked out about that. So what I wanted to just play for you too, these are 2 videos I just took last week in Montana just to show these 2 stores. One was a Toyota store, one was a Chrysler store, on what I call every BDC person or salesperson should have 5 videos. And I have the scripts for all those 5 videos if you're interested in them. you could send me an email. But this one is an initial response to someone receiving a lead. And let's just go to this tab. And this is Kristen. She is the BDC agent.
Hi, I'm Kristen. Thanks for contacting me. I look forward to finding the perfect vehicle for you. Here's what you can expect. I'm going to call you later today, and I'll send you some information on the vehicle you inquired about. If I don't reach you today, I'll try again tomorrow. If it's easier for you to contact me, please feel free by email or my direct line, which is 406-281-8396. Thanks. I look forward to working with you.
Okay, notice what it does. It says, I will be calling you, and if I don't hear from you, I'm going to call you again tomorrow. So it sets the stage like, listen, I'm coming after you. Expect me to follow up, number one. Number two, the timing of this is if you like your autoresponder to be a very detailed autoresponder about the vehicle and all, or whatever you'd stop the clock, that's fine. There's different strategies. But what we like is maybe 20 minutes after the first email went out. This is a short, all text. There's no graphics or anything in this email, and it's, it says, about your inquiry. It says, I've recorded a personal video for you about your inquiry, Kristen, and here's the link. Okay, it's short. It's 2 sentences. It gets nearly 100% delivery rate because there's no keywords or words. It's super, super short. So it's spam perfect. And think about how many people are getting these long emails, these first responders on their mobile device. This comes through really clean on any mobile device. We save it in a little low res, so we don't save it in HD in case they're in a 3G area. And it is amazing. This is like boop. Now, I said there's 5 videos that should be used. Here's another one. And I want to go to Ken because he said, be yourself. Gary Mubridge is the BDC manager for this Chrysler store in Billings, Montana. He's also a stand-up comedian at night, which I didn't understand because he wasn't really that funny.
Hi, this is Gary from over at Lithia Dodge. I just wanted to thank you again for setting up the time to stop in and see me. Let me tell you a couple of things that will help make your experience a little bit better here. When you drive on my lot, it's like any other car dealership you ever visit. The minute you pull on my lot, one of my sales guys is going to come out and say hello to you. That's a given because it is a car dealership. What I want you to do, though, is I want you to tell that first salesman that you say hello to that you already spoke to Gary, that you have an appointment to see Gary, and I'll change everything for you. They'll bring you into the showroom, they'll come grab me. Now, I don't do any of the hands-on selling because I am the director, but what I will do is handpick one of my veteran salesmen, knows these vehicles extremely well, and what I'm going to tell them to do is to get you all the information you need to make an informed decision without all that pressure to buy. We'll see you later on today. Thank you very much for your time.
This goes out in the morning. Gary looks at his work plan, and if he says, I have 6 appointments for the day, he fires this out. It's a short email. It gets through the spam filters. It says, about your appointment today, Bob, I recorded this video to help you with your visit to the dealership today. Here's the link. You get it? Do you understand how videos make the consumer think your give-a-shit meter is really high? How many people are sending out a video? How many people are taking the time? Do you understand the implied message? Honestly, just, Denise saw Ken's video, and that was it. She said, well, who else does that?
Why don't you show them that video?
I will. And, well, let's save it for the walk-around, on the walk-around section, because we want to make sure we keep a little pace here. Mm-hmm. But the key here is, where we're going to that slide anyway, so we can definitely go there. Do you understand the importance of having some stock videos, like 5? You know what those 5 are? First one would be, thanks for your lead submission, so initial lead response, okay? Second one is this appointment one, which is great. The third one is I call the phantom. The phantom. This is the person that you've called 3 or 4 times, sent 6 emails, no response, okay? And so the phantom is like, hi, Brian, hi, it's Gary from, Lithia, Dodge. been going through my records. I've sent you a few emails, left you a few voicemail messages, haven't heard back from you, but it's my job to deliver everyone a first-class experience. So if you're still in the market for a vehicle, I'd love to help you. Best way to reach me is this phone number. If you've decided to put off your vehicle purchasing decisions for a few weeks, just shoot me a line, let me know when I can get back to you. Or if you've found a vehicle, congratulations, I'm glad you found something that met your needs, but would you just shoot me a note so I can update my records? I look forward to hearing from you anyway. Okay? The fourth video is they're on the fence. You know these people, right? Say, well, I'm thinking about buying a VW, but I'm not sure if I'm going to go to Douglas or Shrewsbury VW. This is using your reviews if you have good reviews. Hey, Bob, just want to add one more thing to our conversation. I know you haven't made a decision where you're going to be purchasing your vehicle, but what I can tell you, let me go back a little bit. I can't tell you what your experience is going to be at the other dealership. All I can tell you is what your experience is going to be with me. I'm going to make sure me and my team give you a world-class experience, but please don't take my word for it. In this email, I've included a link to our online reviews. Take a moment to click on that link and read what other customers, just like yourself, have said about the experience dealing with me and this dealership. I'm sure after you read those reviews, you'll be calling me back and doing business. I look forward to hearing from you. That's the fourth video. Go ahead.
If you have terrible reviews and you don't want that, is there an alternative?
Well, there's other videos. There's other videos. And then the fifth video is post-sale. Hey, this is Brian over at Lithia. Thanks so much for choosing to purchase a car with me and our team. I'm really looking forward to serving you. Hey, could you do me two favors? Number one, online reviews are really important to me and my success. So I've included a link in this email. Would you take a few minutes to post your experience about dealing with me? And number two, would you save my phone number in your cell phone? That phone number is 732. Because if any of your family or friends are looking for a vehicle, you'll be able to just forward that information to them, and I would really appreciate you keeping me in your referral network. Those 5 videos should be in every salesman's pocket, whether they're using CRM or not, to really get through the clutter, get through the email filters and spam, and really leverage a mobile experience. That's, you know, my 2 cents. How many people have a standard set of videos that their sales team is using? Okay, 1? Okay. Any questions on that type of strategy? Does it make sense? Go ahead.
Our clientele is fairly up there in age, so we go to see, so aside from the Verado, it's mostly like older couples and such. Do you find a difference in the engagement with videos from in the age groups?
Ken, are the people, what would you?
Not, no, and that's a good question. I was going to interrupt Brian. When I was showing the Beetle, I'm 50 years old. I don't really say cool and awesome and all that. I really don't. I honestly don't say that. Anyway, that's what the guy says. Let's see if he gets. But yeah, with this Volkswagen, I try a little fun because it might be a younger crowd that's watching or whatever. You watch me talk about the Infinities. Well, it's a little more of an adult crowd. I'm surmising, so I don't use verbiage like that at all in the clips, right? So in regards to age-wise, no. None of it matters. It really is, it doesn't matter. You don't know who's going to watch it, you don't know who's going to come in, because we've had anywhere from people in their 20s up to probably 60s or older come in on these things, and they like it. As a matter of fact, there's one older gentleman, he's an Infinity customer of ours, has been here for years, and we had a JX thing last year, and he was there, and he made a point to come up to me because he goes, I just want to let you know I really enjoy your videos. I said, oh, thank you. And maybe he's 90, I don't know what. He's very, very old, very nice person. He goes, I really enjoy watching those videos. I said, oh, thank you. Keep making it. He told the owner, he goes, John, make sure he keeps making those. You know, but he's been here for years. Nice person he is. So no, there's no age revision.
And remember, you know, my mom's on Facebook. You know, how many people that are in their seniors have iPads? I mean, you got to remember how many people, older people, maybe even have difficulty reading. Like I need my glasses. But the nice thing about a video, it's portable. It shows that passion, enthusiasm. It differentiates. One of the things that I loved is we're implementing in a number of dealerships if the BDC or the calls go directly to the sales floor, it makes no difference. But how many times you get a call in your dealership, is this vehicle in stock? How many times? Because, you know, auto traders have, you know, hey, do you still have that, you know, white Beetle and stuff? And of course, you know, if you're following a good phone script, right, you're pushing to get them in for an appointment, right? But what percent, honestly, is your store getting appointments set for a phone? What percentage? No one wants to admit it. Okay, how about someone admit it?
Maybe 10%.
10, low, okay. 40%, okay. So let's just say it's 40%. The other 60% are people who are interested in a specific vehicle. Now, if you have a good phone script and you don't answer any particular questions until you capture information, which is my personal belief, you will have their cell phone or email address. So when I go in doing some sales training, and my sales training isn't like Grant Cardone, my sales training is how to use digital technology to sell more cars. I say to the guys, hey, in a whole room, say if you're all salesperson, do you guys have a half an hour of downtime a day? You know, and people are like, half an hour? Okay, do you have an hour of downtime a day? It's like, and they're looking around to see their boss, and like, yeah. And you know, then the GM is saying, yeah, they got like 3 or 4 hours of downtime a day. So I said, listen, what if I gave you a work plan for 1 hour a day if I showed you how to use technology and social media and video? And they're like, yeah, okay. Well, one of the things I tell them to do is when they get that call and they don't get the appointment, they just ask their buddy who has downtime, hey, come outside for a minute, just like Ken was saying. And it's a 30-second or 15-second video, and it goes something like this. Hey, Bob, it's Brian over here at ABC Toyota. I'm standing in front of the 2009 Camry that we just spoke about on the phone. You could see the car's in excellent condition. The paint's in beautiful condition. Remember, this is the one with leather and air conditioning and nav, and I'd really love for you to come down and drive this car with me. So the best way to reach me is blah, blah, blah. I look forward to seeing you. Now, you could text them the video if you had your cell phone, or you could email it, you know, with your thing. But do you understand how, for a consumer, their give a shit meter just goes, holy cow, that guy gave a shit? How many dealerships on phone ups are doing anything after the phone up? There's really a pitiful compliance on that thing. So we are seeing a tremendous increase in appointments when the dealership GM says any inquiry that comes in on a vehicle on our lot, a video response has to go out within 5 minutes of hanging up the phone. And it is amazing how people don't expect the video. Would you agree with me if you were a consumer and you're on Cars.com and Auto Trader and calling a couple dealers that the dealer that sent you that video that mentions your name and mentions a conversation, that they would be on your radar? It happened. Here is the video that convinced Denise that this was the car for her.
So if you're considering a Honda Accord, Toyota Camry, or Nissan Altima, you gotta check this one out.
Good sound effects, right?
Chrome Douglas Volkswagen, I'm Ken Bean. Remember Motor Trend's car of the year last year, the VW Passat? Well, do you believe in deja vu? Because at Douglas we do. Here's the all-new 2013 Passat. Let's review this one. Now, setting aside this gorgeous Passat, the first thing you'll appreciate is the high-quality build materials throughout the cabins. Very elegant, very sophisticated looking, and very well appointed, as you can see. Now, I have you sitting in the Passat SEL Premium version today, which includes these features. Push-start ignition. We have a remote start on the key fob, very nice feature. We have the RNS 510 touchscreen radio navigation system, which also includes the Fender Premium Sound System. Now, a nice feature on this stereo is this. Push the media button. You can select the CD or DVD option, or you can listen to music from the SD card, which is right here. Or you can download music from your CD onto the hard drive by selecting this button. If you want to hook up your iPod, select the media device interface right here. Okay? And if you'd like to listen to music wirelessly through your Bluetooth, not a problem. Select it right here. Very nice feature. Now, we have partial leather 8-way powered heated front seats. Both the driver and passenger are power seats, right? Now, a nice feature on these seats, you have power lumbar support, not only on the driver's side seat, but also on the passenger seat. And let me tell you, Cumberside has a very bad back. I have 3 major back surgeries.
Making it personal.
I really appreciate driving cars. It's very common long drives. And having that feature, that power lumbar support on your lower back, is a huge difference. Right? Also, On the driver's side seat, you have memory settings for 3 individual drivers, right? You have a backup camera. Parking, very nice. Now we also have a 6-speed shiftable sport automatic transmission, DSG, direct shift gearbox. You can put it in drive or throw the shift to the right. You can shift on a fly, minus the clutch. Check out this beautiful deep rich burl walnut trim.
Burl walnut trim. I was like, yes.
Really accents the
It's
interior.
really not.
Very
I
nice.
those things out. He laughs. He goes, what do you call this? Australian rosewood. I don't know what it is.
Plenty of headroom. You with the
I make that up.
Folks, if you're in the market for a luxurious, mid-sized family sedan, do yourself a favor. Run down to Douglas and check out the all-new.
So we want to go after other brands, like Honda, Toyota, so you'll see what happens.
Now let's check out the second row seats.
This is the part that she was like, okay, this is it.
I'm over 6 feet tall. Got pretty long legs, plenty of legroom, plenty of headroom, right? As a matter of fact, at the side, you have 39.1 inches of rear legroom. Does the Honda Accord, Toyota Camry, or Nissan Altima offer class-leading rear legroom such as this? No. Now let's have a look at the trunk of the side. It's absolutely enormous. As a matter of fact, it's the leader in its class. Check this out.
This was also important to her.
15.9 cubic feet of storage capacity, right? You certainly put 2 or 3 sets of golf.
And the video looks better. It's just this projector doesn't, and the lighting too.
Very easy like that, right? Check this out.
Brian, correct me if I'm wrong, some comment is an aspiring DJ.
Yeah.
So they just needed a car with large
That she
trucks.
could put mixer decks and stuff in.
Flat screen TV and those golf clubs. It's perfect. Does the Honda Accord, Toyota Camry, or Nissan Altima offer class-leading trunk room such as this? No.
So you get the idea that these videos, which you may think, Brian, hey, you know, that's, you know, we can't do it. You have to start somewhere, right? But do you agree that in the zero moment of truth, when they're visiting every other Volkswagen dealer or the Hondas, the Toyotas, whatever, and someone really helps educate them and differentiates why this vehicle in its class, you know, I also found that for all of that, I thought the car was really well priced. The lease was under $300. It was really, really.
It made sense.
Everything made sense. And can you see how in the zero moment, if every Toyota dealership or every Volkswagen dealership or every Infiniti, and they all have the same glamour shot and the same 12 photos of new cars and the same general pricing, as Glenn mentioned today, you know, what is going to differentiate yourself? Do you understand how whether it's the products that you sell, how you merchandise your website, how you respond to email leads, how important video can be? Let's jump into it. Just a few other things on video marketing that people really aren't using. I mentioned about video pre-roll. Very few people do it. The idea is that before someone, for example, in your local market watches the Consumer Reports video on the Dodge Dart, if you are a Dodge dealer, your 15-second video can target that video. So you could say, hey, it's Brian Pasch from ABC Dodge, and if you're in the market for a 2013 Dodge Dart, there's only one place to go in Cincinnati. It's blah, blah, blah. Check out our latest specials on the Dodge Dart. Just click here. That's 15 seconds. That can play in front of the Consumer Reports video on the Dodge Dart. Go ahead.
Is this, how do you get involved with it?
That is part of Google AdWords.
Okay, so there is a thing option for this.
Yeah, Google AdWords. A lot of people don't know. And if you're creative with, we'll talk about in a few minutes, once you understand, you can't use the same video that you would use on television. Your pre-roll should tease to click. Do you know the 5 reasons why Kia, you know, whatever, pick a model, is the best choice for people in New Jersey looking for an economy car? Click here to learn more, you know, or don't make the same 5 mistakes that everyone makes in Manhattan buying a used car. Why should you pay more? Click here to save. You get the idea? So the 15 seconds is a tease to get them to come in. It's not a tease like, hey, would you like to make $1 million? You know, it's a qualified tease, right? But, you know, and this earlier in my keynote, the nice thing about pre-roll is that it's in the, for example, this is a live data example. it drove 764 clicks after they saw this pre-roll to a landing page that was optimized to talk about the Honda Accord. It costs $1.78 a click, which you would do that all day long. It's remember, they listened to the video. What was the call to action? They were interested in. So it's cheaper than a typical one-dimensional banner. Over 12,000 people saw the video, and I look at it as you didn't pay for it. If you would have paid $1.78 a click to get people to your website, the other 12,000 who heard your branding message, you understand? I call it for free. That's free advertising. And more importantly, you can target people in a 50-mile radius around your dealership that are in market, meaning they visited KBB or Edmunds or Cars.com. They're shopping for a vehicle. You can also pre-roll people who visited your website. And if you wanted to be really sharp and got involved with your AdWords agency, if somebody visited a Passat page, like on a dealer.com site, the showcase page for the Passat, you could follow them with a 15-second pre-roll for the next 30 days that said, if you're interested in the 2013 VW Passat, why don't you invest a few moments to see our detailed, discussion on the benefits of the vehicle. Click here, and it goes to the landing page, which has Ken's 5-minute video. Or if you're in the market for a Honda, or Toyota, or Camry, and you haven't checked out the 2013 VW Passat, don't make a mistake. Click here to learn more. That's, like within that 15 seconds. And then the other thing is promoted video, which a lot of people aren't doing. I would say 90% of the dealers in the United States are not doing this, but the OEMs are doing it. And that's this idea of those 2 promoted videos in YouTube. So remember, YouTube is the 3rd largest website, most active website in the world, and the 2nd largest search engine in the world. And you saw, Ken, what was there, 20,000 views on that VW Passat?
Yeah.
20,000 views. Yeah. You're saying to yourself, well, Brian, how many of them are in his local market? Well, it's optimized.
Well, Pat, you can tell
yeah, Pat,
JX.
go ahead.
We did a video on the 2013 JX versus the 2013 Acura MDX, and we shot it last April 5th. We have over 70,000 views on YouTube. And not only did we convince a lot of people to come and buy an Infiniti JX, but they came to our dealership. They said because we went to the effort to make the video. These are people from New York, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, more New Jersey. So they drove out of state, past a lot of other Infiniti dealerships just to get it from our dealership. So along Brian's line of thinking that differentiating yourself and making a video pays off, I mean, we're a real life example of it.
And think about it this way. If you plan it right, say when your 2014 models come out, you can hire a videographer if you don't feel comfortable, doing it, or you believe in it so much you say, I really want it first class. Especially Highline dealers, might say, hey, if I'm selling Mercedes or BMWs, I want those videos. They can still be personal and fun, but they may want, a little higher grade. Fine. It's a one-time cost that works all year. Listen, for new car sales, and then for the next 10 years for used car sales. Right? All Ken was saying is I'm in front of the 2013 VW Passat. A year from now, that will help him sell used VW or certified pre-owned. You understand? It's a video investment that has a long lifetime. The other thing I want to talk to, and this is really important, is that 2 things I want to close with in this whole conversation of video marketing. Number 1 is all your videos have the ability to have a link. And I don't know if you've seen them, but even during the video play, YouTube allows you to have a hot link actually in the video. You can go into the YouTube editor and drop in, like, click here to sign up, okay? Maybe a little advanced stuff, but it's still feasible. Or in the description, right? So you guys always have a link to the website. Right. That link needs to go to a page that's relevant. Please do not do video marketing or pre-roll and take people to your homepage, and please don't take them to an SRP, a search listing page. That's really lazy.
Well, I don't want to debate that, but
no. Listen, we're here for.
But the reason I do that, I'm trying to limit the wall here. No,
Yeah.
the reason our links do go to the homepage, and the reason for that is this. That makes a lot of sense. I'd rather have you go to the page talking about the Passat or the used car on our website or whatever of that particular car. However, when the car sold, that 2008 Infiniti G35X is sold, I'll leave the video up. I don't think the video's down. Because you might stumble on it, and she might stumble on it. Somebody may find that video and they say, oh, I'm going to check it out, or I'm going to check something out, and they might go to the website. That's the only reason I do it, because if the car is sold and that link's dead now, the link's dead, I put a link that actually goes to the page of that car, the car's gone. It's gone. I'd rather at least have the chance, this is my thought. Yes. I'd rather have the chance, and you land on my website, like, oh, it's not there, but what else do you got? At least I brought you on the website. That's my thought.
And this is what I'm talking about. So they already watched the video. I'm not saying that you have to link the video to the VDP, because then that would always break, right? Or disappear. Right. But if I'm doing used car walkarounds, I want to put a link to this page that goes to why buy a used car from me. If I'm doing a 2013 VW Spot, which is a new car, okay, you know, and by the way, you always can go back and edit your links, you know, for your, what I would call your showcase videos. Again, where are you going to take them? I always think that you should take them to a page that convinces them, now that they saw the vehicle and they love the vehicle, you know, so maybe it takes them to a page with your reviews and your accolades and the why buy, you know, your why buy from me message. So don't forget, when you have a landing page, when you do pre-roll, especially pre-roll, like if I was doing a pre-roll for the 2013, hey, if you're considering a Honda, or check out the 2013. What I would do is put Ken's video in the top part, the one that we just watched. That would be in position 1. Number 2, explanation offer. That could be the current leasing program that's on. Number 3, supporting evidence. This could be Motor Trend Car of the Year, largest, okay, accolades on that. 4, call to action. Call us today or just fill out the form. 5 would be your locator. 6 would be your lead form. 7, a customer testimonial about that vehicle. Meaning, you 3 or 4 people who bought the Passat, did a mashup, or your why buy from us. This is a good landing page. And again, if you want the deck with all the links to Ken's videos, you just send me an email to Brian at PCGmailer. The other thing to keep in mind is this idea of Google's link builder. If you just go to Google and type in Google Link Builder, when you post stuff out in the internet that you want to track, one of the things that will be difficult if you just put a clean link, douglasvw.com, in, like I'll just say a blog post or anything that you're driving traffic, but you control the placement. So YouTube videos is surely one of those things, banner ads, blog posts. I want to encourage you to use the link builder, because then what you could do, for example, you had a blog post on the 2013 VW Passat. It had Ken's video, and then you put a button, and it says, you know, view our inventory, right? That would be a common blog post, really great video, call to action, and then most people just take the link, they go to their SRP of their Passats, and that's what they link to. Agreed? But don't do that. What you really do, if you really want to see, like, your creativity, you want to get this in your analytics correctly. Google Link Builder. That's what you Google Link Builder. And there's the first thing. And then what you can do is, let's just put it here. Say I'm going to send it to, well, let's go to Douglas Infiniti real quick. And let's just say I'm doing a G37 blog post. Yeah. You did a walk around on 2013 G37 Coupe. Okay, and then typically, let's see, maybe you would have view your inventory somewhere of inventory and shopping tools?
Up top.
Okay.
New inventory? You want new?
Okay, okay. So let's do the 37. Okay, can we get that?
That's a link. Yeah, that's.
Oh, so I have to go a new inventory.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay, and I'm going to pick EX37. Okay, so this would normally be the link that you would put on a blog post for that button, right? What I would say, that would be a mistake, because I can take the website URL, which is there, and camp by source. This could be our blog, campaign medium blog post, okay? And this could be, you know, the campaign name could be, Ken's F-37 video. Okay, so all your blog traffic would come in. This was a blog post, and what was about, Ken's F-37. That would show in your Google Analytics then all the clicks that come in, all the people that came from your blog, or in your YouTube thing, all the people that came in, and it would show you then the influence of what videos actually drove traffic, right? Because if it's all YouTube, you don't know which YouTube, because if you look at the YouTube URL, you won't know what was driving the most traffic, right? So if you use offsite traffic in your analytics, it will be all documented. So you can say, wow, 200 people came in on an F-37 video, 1,000 people came on the G-37 video, and it would all show in analytics instead of showing 1,300 people came from YouTube, what drove them there, okay? Pretty cool stuff. Video marketing, exciting stuff. Any questions? Go ahead.
Now, did you have a hard time, how does your workflow go?
I'm sorry?
Your workflow go? You say you produce like 10 to 12 posts.
Yeah.
How do you get your ideas? Like, do you say, okay, this is what's in our inventory, this is what I want to focus on?
That's a good question, too. A lot of times, I'll tell Pat, whether I'm driving home that night or I wake up in the middle of the night with some idea and I start writing, and I have an idea to do a video, and I have an idea how I can make it work. We have set patterns of like 3, 4, maybe 5 sequences of the way we'll do certain videos, depending on what we want to do, how we want to. He'll know exactly what I want to shoot. Like the new Passat video, for example. I told him I had an idea. I said, look, it's going to come in, and they're going to hear the birds chirping, and there's nothing there. I'm going to come out of the flash or whatever and jump. But that was an idea, just an idea, and I just kind of made up in my head. I think of it that way. I don't really have any set agenda where I'm going to do it all like this. For the most part, you'll see like that QX56 that I showed. I'm standing outside. That's a normal sequence of probably five or six clips that I do, sequences put together. Or we'll do the driving one, like the G37 convertible. That convertible, by the way, for what it's worth, that equates to they're not all like this, but that equates to a $5,500 deal for us. So it was like, because of the video, so it was worth it, But that one is a special car, so we did a driving sequence, if we call it that, where I'm driving and talking, and I'm dropping panned shots of the car in as I talk. And that seems like a very nice way, very nice touch. People seem to like that. That's something new we come up with. It's a Volkswagen, and I want to get you a little excited. Maybe I'll do something at night, or whatever the case is, or whatever. It's a fast car. I might drive it quick, which I shouldn't. But there's no real set reason or rhyme or reason how I do certain things. But he'll know. I say, look, let's do it this way. Let's do this one, and he'll know what sequence I want to shoot it in. In that respect.
And the more you do videos. Really, I bet if Ken looked back on his original videos, he'd be like, wow, I've come a long way. I mean,
you can see them all on YouTube. They're kind of funny.
But I want to just leave you one thought. There's a lot of competition. Margins are being compressed all around. The OEMs, if anything, would you agree with me, are trying to make everyone look the same, feel the same, say the same. And within those confines, Google themselves will admit the biggest area for conquest, because you can't buy Toyota keywords unless you're a Toyota dealer in AdWords. I don't know if you knew that, but you can put up optimized videos on YouTube all day long. So there's no OEM restrictions on creating videos with brand copyrighted keywords like Toyota Camry versus VW Passat. So video will make you stand out in the zero moment. Number 2, I think when customers receive a video, either through an email blast or like the CRM things, that I think the message is, this dealership gives a shit. This dealership,
it's a wow factor. Right?
Yeah, it's wow.
Yeah, wow.
These guys care. And then number 3, don't set unrealistic expectations. Oh, I got to record 20 videos next week. Okay, just start with 1, just 1. And if you got your one stable BDC person, 1 or 2 of your best, most animated salespeople to do those, and I'll give you the scripts. If you want those 5 scripts for the holsters, you just send me an email. Get them recorded. Just start and say, guys, listen, start using these videos. If any of these scenarios work, start to see what happens. I will promise you, not only will your email delivery rates be clean because they're very simple, but the video message plays well on mobile. It will help conversion.